I'm back. Rodrance for the Black and White Network. Well, where is the mainstream media on this? You would think this would have some heavy weight in the media sphere, right? After all, the media is always trying to tell the truth on subjects like this, like the fact that they made the Proud Boys out to be a white supremacist group to begin with, even though one of the commandments on their website, back before their website got abolished because of media pressure, one of the commandments was, in fact, to not ever be a racist against anybody because of color or ethnicity. Oh, but they won't tell you that, will they, in the media? Well, they will also tell you that, number one, Joe Biden will tell you Antifa is nothing more than an idea and does not exist. I don't know who the fuck is in Portland burning the city to the ground. And then, of course, the BLM is brave, stunning, and courageous for all of their financial fundraising, in which the organization can obviously account for all of the dollars that have come in. Too soon? Okay. Well, let's get to this, because it seems the BLM and Antifa activists were convicted of arson after attempting to frame the Proud Boys for their crimes. Yeah. Okay. There's the guys right there. There is the guys. A group of Black Lives Matter and Antifa rioters were convicted on federal charges. This is the Post-Millennial. After attempting to frame the Proud Boys on a series of vandalism and arson attacks the far-left extremists carried out on Atlanta police vehicles and the United States Postal Service property during the lead-up to the 2020 presidential election. John Wesley Wade, 35, Ellie Melvin Brett, 37, and Vida Jones, 19, were arrested in late October 2020 on federal charges in connection to a string of incidents. These suspects tried to frame the Proud Boys by leaving notes near the sites of vandalisms that read, quote, "Stand by." Oh, you remember them trying to peg Donald Trump as and the Proud Boys as being associated with white supremacy during that now famous shit stain of a debate led by that turncoat, no good Chris Wallace? Anybody remember that? I remember it. A reference to when former President Donald Trump told the right-wing group to, quote, stand back and stand by, after he was asked to condemn white supremacist militias during the first 2020 presidential debate. At around 12:50 a.m. on October 2nd, 2020, several fires were set at the West End Post Office. One fire was set within a bin of mail on the loading dock of the post office building, destroying much of the mail, damaging other property in possession of the United States Postal Service. The other fires damaged 5 USPS vehicles that were parked in secure, enclosed parking areas. The attacks was one of at least 7 related arson and vandalism incidents directed at law enforcement, a bank, and other government entities that occurred around Atlanta metropolitan area between September 30th, 2020 and October 2nd, 2020. Man, this is giving me flashbacks of Jussie Smollett, and his, of course, plot to hang a hate crime on MAGA supporters. Does anybody remember how that bullshit case turned out? At around 10:49 p.m. on September 30, 2020, in the parking lot of Walmart located at 835 MLK Drive, Junior Drive, the window of an Atlanta Police Department patrol vehicle was smashed by a brick with a note wrapped around it. The APD Video Interrogation Center captured the video footage showing 2 males wearing dark clothing, masks, and hoods. One male was wearing a somewhat distinctive jacket that was darker on the top half than on the bottom half. The second male was wearing all black or similarly dark color. Law enforcement recovered the brick and the note from the scene. The note mentioned Election Day and the date the Electoral College was to meet. The note also included the phrase, quote, "stand by." The note's contents were similar to a message depicted on an Instagram associated with Brett. According to the October 27th, 2020 criminal complaint in one Instagram video, Brett, wearing the same two-tone jacket, stated, "Proud Boys, stand by." Wow. Okay. Idiots. At approximately 11:46 p.m. on September 30, 2020, about an hour after the first incident, another brick with a note attached was thrown through the window of a Wells Fargo bank at 240 Peach Street in Atlanta. The note on the brick referenced Electoral College, again included the phrase, quote, "stand by." A fingerprint left on the note preliminarily matched with the known print of Wade's. At around 1:33 a.m. October 1, 2020, shortly after the second incident, the window of another APD vehicle parked outside a residence was smashed with a brick. The vandalism was a few blocks from the first incident with no note. After 3 brick incidents, the incidents escalated to include arson the next night. The suspects filmed the fires and posted the videos to social media. I mean, these were some brain surgeons. The first arson attack, now including Jones, occurred overnight, October 1, 2020, when fire was lit to damage a marked Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority police patrol vehicle that was parked at the Marta Ashby Transit Station, located at 65 Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard in Atlanta. Within 2 hours after the incident, several fires were set at the West End Post Office residing on Oglethorpe Avenue. The multiple fires damaged 5 USPS vehicles, destroyed mail in a bin on the post office loading dock. A camera recording the secure parking lot captured footage on one of the vehicles as it was set ablaze by an individual wearing long pants. A second individual wearing long pants was visible standing by. Both appeared to be working together to set fire to the USPS vehicles parked in a row next to each other. Surveillance footage recording the loading dock filmed the individual appearing to pour liquid from a container into a large bin or bulk storage unit of mail. The container of liquid appeared to be red and may have dropped into the mail bin. Fire consumed in the blaze, according to criminal complaint. According to court documents, the suspects left in Brett's vehicle and headed towards the nearby Chevron gas station. Surveillance footage inside the station showed an individual matching Jones's physical description, wearing a red and black striped winter hat, dark clothing, and gloves that were black on the back and gray on the palm with distinctive markings. What appeared to be a portable Bluetooth speaker affixed to the waist. There they are right there. The video from inside Chevron Station showed the individual identified as Jones purchasing a red gas container on approximately 1 a.m. Wow. So isn't that interesting? Our comrades in Atlanta are facing extreme yet totally expected repression. Read about the situation. Support the comrades. Follow at Atlanta_ARC. The base, a New York City-based Antifa anarchist group, had referenced Wade, Britt, and Jones as the far-left organization's comrades in Atlanta. That's what we're talking about right there. Brett pled guilty on March 22nd. Jones pled guilty and has a sentence hearing several days later, March 25th. Wow, so we're looking at 5 years in prison for Antifa rioter John Wesley Wade. It sounds like a serial killer name. To 5 years in prison yesterday on federal arson charges. With 2 others, he smashed up the windows of Atlanta's police car, then set fire to 5 USPS vehicles in the lead up to the 2020 election while trying to frame the Proud Boys. My God. My goodness. Look at these two right here. These are the other twos involved. Vida Messiah Jones, right there. Ellie Melvin Britt, right there. My goodness. Those guys are some winners. So, you see Antifa is just an idea. You see, the BLM is peaceful protesting. This is what the media never brings you. That's what they don't tell you. We got 3 black males here. The media is definitely not covering this. 3 black males involved with BLM and Antifa, acting under the cloak of trying to call themselves Proud Boys, setting up the Proud Boys, trying to frame them for violence that they did in Atlanta, Georgia. Luckily, the police did a really great job, and I don't know if the FBI would have gotten involved in this because we're talking federal as well. Maybe that's what nailed them. The feds got involved. Who knows? And they got busted. I'm glad they got busted. I'm glad they got years in prison. But the point is, my God, you cannot believe everything you see on the media, and you certainly got to look around to get all the facts. You know, Antifa's just an idea, except Andy Knows had video in Portland, in Seattle, in all kinds of places. We've seen the damage that the BLM and Antifa has done. Yeah. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network fans. Hit subscribe if you're new. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.